Some days it's hard to be happy. I get that. It can be hard when you work a full-time job every day and come home exhausted with no time to enjoy a warm, sunny day. Then you see that every weekend's weather forecast predicts rain, and so you realize your weekends will be spent inside at home. It can be hard when you're struggling to pay your bills and there's always something due around the corner. Sometimes your life just feels like you're hanging in there and surviving. You hope that your current sacrifices will lead to a better future, but it seems to be a never-ending pursuit of happiness. Is there a point at which we arrive? Many people spend their whole lives trying to attain their perception of happiness. They think once they achieve something in life and become successful, they will be happy. They make a mental checklist of things they want to attain, like buying a house, a new car, making X amount of money, getting married, having a family, having X amount of kids, and so on. Others think that traveling the world and thriving off the highs of new experiences will sustain their happiness. But when I actually look around at the people who have attained all of these things, not one of them has brought them sustainable happiness. There is always something else they want, something they lack. There is always someone who has more or is better than you to compare yourself to. So, how do we find contentment and joy in life when happiness seems to be ever fleeting? What I have found is that when we take time to fully utilize and appreciate each of our God-given senses within our daily life, it brings a kind of inner joy in the smallest details. Joy comes in many different forms. It can come from the feeling of the warm sun rays on your skin after a long rain. It could come from planting flowers in the spring and watching them bloom. Or when the cherry blossom tree is in full bloom and you watch the petals blow in the wind like snow. Or the way they feel so soft to the touch when you pick them up in your hands. I love to watch the way they fall. It's one of nature's beauties, the way she adorns in each passing season. It can come from the smell of freshly cut grass, or the smell of campfire and pine leaves. Joy also comes from seeing a close friend you've missed and finally come together again. And it seems like not a day has passed. Sometimes it's when you get a hug when you needed it the most. Or it can come when you make a new, unexpected friends. Joy can even come when you are completely alone, exploring a new place. You see, you don't have to live a rich and extravagant life to find happiness. Sometimes living a quiet, basic life without all the materialism keeps you from getting caught up in the trap of always wanting more. The reason why it's so hard for people to live content lives is because they don't make time to live in the present. but instead fill every moment with busyness. I'm not saying it's bad to be busy, but it can be harmful when you don't take time to enjoy what you do have. If you are always working and worrying about money and the future, you're not taking time to appreciate what you already have acquired. Take a moment to look at how far you have come and be proud of it. Don't compare yourself to anyone else's life. What you have already gained is a miracle in itself. When was the last time you thanked God for the bed you sleep in, the clothes on your back, the food you eat, and the air you breathe? Have you ever thought about what life would be like if God was part of all the little decisions we make and our thoughts throughout the day? It might sound weird or impossible to do, but we often do it with other people. When you have a crush, for example, you think about what you should wear so you look nice. You might dress up more so he will notice you. You think about what kind of food you would enjoy having together, or the places you'd like to go. You would also invest more in getting to know about his life, his interests, his heart desires, and his dreams. The very thought of spending time with him brings you excitement and joy. Now, why is it so natural for us to do this with merely a crush who we barely know, yet we don't do this with God, who knows us and loves us more intimately than anyone else ever could? The reason why I stopped searching for happiness is because I realized that people cannot satisfy me, nor can anything else in this world. But when I live my daily life with the Lord right by my side and take time to appreciate what He has given me, that is when I experience the most joy and feel the most loved. When I changed my mindset about who God is to me and made Him my lover and my best friend, I never went on a lonely walk again. I never felt like I needed to attain something to be happy, because I already felt happy. Everything else is just an additional blessing to my already abundant and fulfilling life. When I live my life together with the Lord, it gives me purpose. That alone fuels the joy in my spirit.